814 Wrestling presents Mall Madness. Now here's your commentary team of TV's Mike Edwards, Drew Shannon, and the Miasma Zakk Ramses.
Let's get into our next match. It is scheduled for one fall.
Well, after what happened in the last match, now all of a sudden I got the 814 Wrestling Grand PA champion, Zakk Ramses, beside me. Doc has been kind of tossed off the side.
Yeah.
And Drew is in the ring right now, which is probably the safest place for Drew when Zakk Ramses is at ringside.
Mike, I thought you would have recognized the gift I gave you last month, so I came to give you more. You're welcome.
If you didn't watch the 814 recap,
I watched a little bit of it.
Sergeant Hunter Huffman!
You didn't talk about me enough of it. But I am interested in what this guy Hunter's got in mind for today.
and he's got instead of wearing an 814 Wrestling t-shirt or New Glory t-shirt, he's got that NWA National Wrestling Alliance t-shirt on. That's an interesting twist. I mean, I know he's working for them a little bit, but down here.
Also, are we at church? Like, why are we hugging ladies in the crowd here? What's going on?
That's Mama. That's our Uber fan. You know enough.
Well, I know her. She's not exactly my biggest fan.
I would say not. I'm pretty sure it's mutual. But if you have watched the 814 Wrestling recap, you know I complimented you. I said you didn't do too bad of a job on commentary.
I would agree. I did a great job.
At least.
And you recognize that, which
I recognize talent. I understand that. I may not always agree. I may not always like what you do in the ring, or might always agree with everything, but
you can recognize that I am the best of the three-man booth, whatever booth it may be.
Well, that's why I'm the mark with the mouth. I say the stuff that's not exactly popular all the time.
Well, in the meantime, speaking of talent, I tried to water this plant when it was but a seed, and then it uprooted itself, and this guy has been lost ever since he left me.
Well, this guy's been lost ever since your tag team partner tonight kind of turned his back on him as he looked up to. He looked at the Rev as almost like a father figure, a brother, a trainer, or a mentor. And ever since then, this boy's been lost.
He had a leader. He had a mentor figure previously. He had me, and he didn't appreciate that. The time he left me was the beginning of his downfall. He had a moment of glory, which I ended because I wanted him to recognize what he has. And the fact is, Tony Onyx has talent. He has size, he has ability, he has potential. However, he did not cultivate that mean streak that Drew Shannon knows oh so well I am known for. I tried to get him to buy into it. If he buys into it tonight, he'll beat Hunter.
I don't think... Let me be frank. Actually, I'll be Drew. I don't think he's going to buy into it.
I don't think so either, and that is Tony Onyx's continual downfall. It's why he lost his championship to me. It's why he has not defeated me.
No, he lost his championship because Rev screwed him over.
That's neither here nor there. The fact is, he didn't have the mean streak.
Right now, we've got, on the other, just to go back to what's going on in the ring now, aside from what you guys want to argue about, this is a tag team right now. These guys have been a strong tag team here at 814 Wrestling, holding the KSWA tag team titles, and it's just come down to this. Tony, like you said, Tony's been lost. Hunter's been trying to help him, and it's almost cost Hunter. It's cost Hunter some matches.
They both are being negatively impacted by this. Hunter needs to figure out that this guy's a mental midget, that Tony. I don't care how big he is, he hasn't figured it out. Hunter should cut his losses, and Tony should beat the crap out of Hunter for thinking he knows any better himself.
Well, sometimes good friends have got to beat the holy hell out of each other, maybe knock some sense in each other.
I was just going to say, maybe this needs to happen so they can come to a better understanding, some sort of resolution. You know, they are still KSWA Tag Team Champions.
Right. That's what part of the thing that makes this so awful is that they still hold tag team titles over in Pittsburgh, and they can't even get along. But somehow they're focusing over there. They're able to focus their attention. And it's not...
Well, asking for a sign of sportsmanship here.
Well, they're both still friends. It's not that Hunter doesn't care about him. Hunter cares deeply. It's just Tony just doesn't listen or has lost his way. I don't know what's going on in Tony's head. Nobody does.
Well, again, Tony better figure it out. If he doesn't have a plan coming into this match, he's going to find himself in a world of hurt. I have given him more advice than he's never known what to do with. If he falls back on any of the advice I gave him in his time in the Grim Guild, he'll be okay today. However, I don't have confidence in that.
Well, it was still interesting, again, that he came out wearing that National Wrestling Alliance t-shirt instead of a New Glory or an 814 Wrestling t-shirt, as both men are now circling each other.
That is kind of odd.
Absolutely.
I know he's done some work over there, again, but right now we got collar and elbow tie, center of the ring. Neither man getting an advantage. Except, well, Tony now has the advantage using the size and strength.
There's no clear advantage right here. These guys are swinging around.
I thought Tony was getting the advantage, but right now Hunter able to reverse it. Oh my God, the power of Tony.
The advantage has been set. Now Tony's got to run with it, though. He can't give the gentleman's agreement terms here where now he lets Hunter get back to his feet. He's got to jump on those opportunities when he does powerhouse his way through.
I hate to agree with the man, but he's right.
This is where Tony struggles.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, sometimes in these events, these matches, you've got to pull the trigger whenever you get the opportunity. And now Tony, again, using that power.
Capitalize. Let's go, dude.
I don't think even Hunter was expecting that. Now here comes Hunter rushing in. Oh my God, Tony again. And Tony staying on his man. Very smart wrestling right into a side headlock right here. Take him down to the mat. Smart wrestling by Tony. Give him credit.
Now, Mike, your point there was that even Hunter didn't expect that. The person who should walk, the person who should expect it should be Tony Onyx. Tony Onyx should expect to be in control. If he's not expecting that and he's not running with that, he's the one that's off. And if Hunter's not expecting Tony to give him his A game right now, then shame on him. Both these guys cannot look at this as I'm working against my partner right now. They have to look at this, I'm trying to feed myself. I'm trying to make that money. The second they think that, they're going to have success. Whomever comes to that idea first will have the victory tonight.
Well, I can tell that Tony actually did learn a little bit off you by jaw-jacking his opponent in the corner.
I was going to say, Tony is showing quite a level of aggression here against Hunter.
This is a different side of Tony we haven't seen in a while. We didn't even see this when he was a champion.
I don't think we saw. I'll be honest. I don't think we saw this when he was with the Grim Guild.
No, because he's always been scared. Maybe looking his friend in the face and saying, "Screw you, I'm going to take care of myself." Maybe that's what he needed.
Maybe, but we got a nice reversal right there by Hunter into a side headlock. Hunter trying to get the advantage right now, but so far it's been, I'd say, probably much 85% Tony Onyx in this matchup.
I'll tell you what, who I feel bad for. I feel bad for Mama at ringside.
She likes both these guys.
She loves both of these guys. She's torn right now.
Well, she doesn't have great taste because she doesn't really like me, so I don't really care.
The Vader bomb in the ropes. Irish whip. Drop down. Tony off the ropes. Oh! Did he catch him in mid-air to a side slam?
I believe he did.
That was well scouted, well played. That is one of the advantages of working against somebody that you know so well. You know their tendencies, you know their go-tos, so you can play the hand. It's well done.
He did a move I'd never seen you even do. That was impressive.
Well, that's because I just decided not to have done it yet.
Oh my God, the clothesline in the corner.
AKA, he's going to steal that move later.
I will be pulling that out later.
Welcome to wrestling.
I'm going to do that later now, I promise.
Now variation of the Stinger splash in the corner. Tony setting him up again.
Oh!
And Hunter rolling out of the way, smart. Tony, and now Stinger splash himself in the corner. Hunter not going the whole way across the ring. Goes about 3/4 and then runs in. Smart wrestling, smart doing that. Not giving Tony a chance to get some breath. Tony went over to the top, and Hunter too smart.
Don't get fancy, Tony.
Schoolboy roll up. Only a 1 count though.
Stop your momentum, turn around, punch him in the face.
Oh!
Like that.
Jim Neidhart discus clothesline. Kick out.
That's the ferocity. Good on Hunter. I want to see who's got the fangs in this team. I want to see who wants to beat the crap out of the other guy.
You just want to see them beat the crap out of each other.
Oh, that headbutt by Hunter.
But while that is fun for me to watch, it also is the edge you need to be a successful professional wrestler.
God, falling headbutt. Well, again, I mean, these are two guys that at some point could have a shot at your title down the way. I mean, obviously Tony has already had it, but it doesn't mean he can't get back there. It's just he's got to figure out what's going on in his head and clear his head, and maybe this beating from Hunter might help a little bit.
Well, I mean, Ramses, you want to see something come out of Onyx. I mean, are you going to go up there and help him out like you interfered in the
2 count
number 1 contender match for the tag titles last month?
Listen, Drew, you weren't here. It was more of a.
Oh, I saw the footage.
It's not about the footage.
You screwed the Sons of Mifflin County over.
The Sons of Mifflin County screwed the Sons of Mifflin County.
A little decorum, please. We got a match going on right now between Hunter and Big Tony Onyx, with a lot of personal animosity, if you will, right now. Nice snapmare out of the corner, and now into a sleeper hold by Hunter. I think it's getting to the point where almost Hunter seems like he's putting on a couple of these submission holds like this. Almost doesn't really want to hurt Big Tony, but maybe put him to sleep so he can win the match.
Wrong mentality. Wrong mentality. It ain't about just being, again, nice and then handling with care. You've got to shut down a guy like Tony. Otherwise, he'll keep coming back.
I got to agree. I mean, that's how Tony got the championship. It was that power, that strike. I mean, he obviously, like that side slam out of nowhere. Tony has some ability.
Absolutely, I agree.
He is not letting go of that.
No.
This is aggressive by Hunter. They both keep having these flashes of aggressiveness, which is great. But the one who strings the most consecutively together is the one that's going to take care of business.
Hunter right now has like a pitbull-like vice on that sleeper hold, not letting go. Uh-oh. If his hand goes down for the 3 count, you know it's over. He's going to win by knockout. Tony, that hand, did not make it to the mat. Back up. Tony still got some life left in him.
Yeah, Tony's too close to the ropes here. Hunter got to get him back to the middle.
Tony trying to get back up to a vertical base. Back up to his feet. It's going to be hard for Hunter to hold on. Tony has the height advantage. Double axe handle to the back.
Didn't even need the ropes there.
Grabs him by the tights.
Oh my God, what a belly to back suplex. But took out of Hunter. Hunter rolling over into the cover. 2. Tony, still some life in Tony. You got to be impressed with Big Tony Onyx right now.
What do you have to do to beat this guy?
Well, that's exactly what Hunter's asking himself right now.
Hey, listen, Tony, I give him credit on working through that. But I also give Hunter credit where a lot of people would have just panicked in a moment like that where you put all that effort into a submission and it doesn't come through. He goes and hits another big move, so he now has at least a 30-second window here to calculate his next move.
Exactly.
Hey,
why?
hey,
wait a minute. Why am I agreeing with him?
Hey, Drew, you know how
I'm
you
smart, Drew. That's why I'm
beat Tony Hunter? You beat Tony Hunter? You have
chloroform.
You have Rev Super kick him, and then you get the 3 count.
Wow, Mike, what an objective statement by you. You're not biased at all.
I'm not biased. I just say what it is. You know, that's what I am.
He's just calling it as he sees it.
And code breaker right there. Got him up.
Oh, God!
Full Nelson
That's a big one,
slam.
man. That's a big one.
That could be it.
And Tony, going for the grand slam right there. Going for the home run shot, and it wasn't enough to keep Hunter down.
Tony was lazy on that pin there. If he pulled that leg back, he rolled and put his weight on Hunter's shoulders. Hunter has less ability to bring that shoulder up. He's not capitalizing on his moments right now. This is, again, it's all or nothing to win.
That was the other federation.
Well, that's true. But nonetheless, he's got to give it all.
Right now, trying to get back up to a vertical base. Both men on their knees right now. Well, Tony on one knee. Headbutt from Hunter.
These guys are exhausted.
Jeez, and a right hand by Tony. And look at Hunter as rocked. Hunter used that momentum for a headbutt. Both men working their way back up. Forearm shot by Tony. Hunter now back up to a vertical base of cell. Both men back in the middle of the ring. Ooh, what a shot right to the temple.
Wise man once told me, doesn't matter where you are at the beginning, be your best at the end, and it's true. If you're exhausted and the match is still going, you still need to be better. You still have to find a way. Right now, we're going to see who's got that stamina, who has that wherewithal
Clothesline.
to pull it off.
2, it's who has that extra gear, who has that gas tank that doesn't run out is going to be the winner. That's what it's all about right now.
I'm kind of worried that both their gas tanks are pretty much on empty at this point.
Absolutely.
Well, you got to remember, these guys, again, they're used to being a tag team. They're used to being tag team tagging each other and getting a rest. I mean, they face each other like this.
It's a different environment for sure. But hey,
well, you've been tagging up lately.
It's true. It changes your mentality. It changes the way you train, without a doubt. That said, when you're in a singles and you know you've got a big singles match, you got to find a way to now carry yourself the whole time.
I'd say Zakk should know. He is tagging up. He's interfering in tag team matches, so he knows all about tag teams.
Listen, you're just upset that I'm about to win a tag championship in the long run here. That's where this thing is going, right?
Well, you got to get through the Sons of Mifflin County first, pal.
I'm going to win every belt I can.
Oh, what a spear! That you got to get on the same page with your partner.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
That's the most important part. What a spear by Tony. Hey, again, I'm just going like I see it.
Right now, Rev is not the mental giant that he used to be, but...
And here we go. Now, Tony maybe shifting into that extra gear that he needs to win this matchup. And I don't agree with this.
He is taking too much time.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't agree with him letting his opponent get it back up to a vertical base, especially somebody like Hunter.
I wonder if that's a choice or if that's him recovering right now.
I don't know.
What is he waiting for?
Hunter.
Go for the pin!
Yeah, this is where,
collapsed.
again, he needs that ferocity. He needs that meanness, and he's never had it in him.
He's just got to finish him right now at this point.
Pick him up and put him down.
What is he waiting for? Just pin the man.
He doesn't have the mean streak, and he's going to regret it.
Yeah, I got to agree with Zakk on that. He will regret this.
Somebody like Hunter, who's been training with EC3, you cannot take this guy lightly. You have to put him away when you have the opportunity. And I'm not saying anything bad about Tony, because Tony's and right there.
I'll say something bad about Tony. You just let this happen.
Man, that sidewinder suplex. Hunter going in for the cover.
That's it.
Tony just let that happen to himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sergeant Hunter Huffman!
The question now is, can these guys be friends? Can they get back to being a tag team?
I would hope to God so. They're tag team champions in another organization.
Doc thinks that there's something happening here. Listen, everyone wants to beat me. Don't blame me. All I'm saying is, right now, Tony screwed Tony.
Well, what is
He wanted to be friends instead of wanting to be a winner.
What's Hunter doing?
That's
What's that? Why aren't you pulling the trigger, Tony? Why aren't you doing it? Why?
Hunter asking why he didn't pull the trigger.
Hunter's asking the real questions here.
Hunter,
Hey, Hunter, good on you.
I'm almost taking it personally that Tony didn't finish him off. And now Hunter
should be pissed. Listen.
I am confused as to what is going on with this tag team.
To me, it's clear. Hunter Huffman wants to win, and Tony Onyx doesn't have that edge to be a winning partner right now.
The fans giving Tony a round of applause right now after what happened. Tony's just got to get his head on straight and figure out what's going on. Whatever is causing this. I understand what happened with the title belt. I understand what happened, but you got to get past it. That's how you doing this. That's how you grow. That's how you improve yourself.
Find your edge, big guy. Figure it out at some point.
All right, well, when you get him as part of the Grim Guild again, then you can give him advice. But, for right now.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far in the video, consider checking out our other videos, like this one right here. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And check us out on all our social media platforms to stay up to date with 814 Wrestling.